Hello and welcome to Park Hill High School, home of the Park Hill Trojans. Today's matchup, we have Lee Summit North versus Park Hill Trojans. And today's matchup is going to be a great matchup. I was watching Lee Summit North warm up. They've got some shooters, but Park Hill is going to have to defend really hard against them. I recently talked to Christian Bradford, a shooting guard for the Trojans. He said basically we need to run up and down the court, get defensive boards, and attack the basket. Let's send it back up to Jake and Alicia, who are our anchors tonight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Trojan TV broadcast. I'm Alicia Stout.
And I'm Jake Walter. All right, folks, so we're going to start. Number 4 is going to bring the ball on the court. That is Davis, who kicks it to 32. He's going to be wide open in the paint. Nice rebound by Sosna, who kicks it to Sammy Hall, the point guard, bringing the ball to the court. Passes it to his brother, who finds Sosna slashing, who is rejected. Christian Bradford ends up with the ball. He looks to clear it out. He hits Andy Ashley for a quick spot-up jumper, which rims out, which is rebounded by number 12. He's not on the roster. Andy Ashley with a quick finish. Number 32, Franklin will bring the ball up. Pass it to number 12. Kicked back to number 32, Franklin. Guarded by Bradford for the Trojans, trying to get something set up on offense. 4 cuts back door, and he's not found. Sosna steps up. Hall steps out on the shoot, drives in the lane. There's no foul call. It's going to be a Trojan ball.
And Jake, I think what's clear in this game is already there's going to be a lot of defense.
Yes, Alicia, I think this is going to be a defensive matchup with the Trojans to look to come out on top. Bradford will kick it to Hall, who kicks it to his brother Hall for Anthony for the 3, who bangs it. That is QB1, the quarterback for the Trojan football team, getting his first points on the scoreboard with a 3. Davis brings the ball to the court, kicks it to number 11, Cole, who steps back and makes a shot over the out-extended arm of Hall. Sammy Hall brings the ball to the court and kicks it off to Andy Ashley, looking to get some separation, who finds Anthony on the wing, who kicks it to Sosna in the paint, right back to Hall for the jumper, spot up. That is now 5 points for Anthony Hall in the game. He's off to a quick start.
Just left him wide open on that one.
Davis brings the ball up the court, kicks it to Franklin, who's looking to score on Bradford. Nobody's open for him to pass to as he just dishes it off. 11 with a nice little pump fake. Shot does not go in. A little confusion there between Ashley and Bradford. Hall drives to the lane. He's wide open and just a nice finish with the left hand, which leads to a quick timeout by Lee Summit North.
You know, and I'd call that timeout too, Jake. That's just they're just getting beat.
Yes, the Trojans have started off very quick, Alicia. I hope they look to continue that momentum for the game to go along. The score is 9-2 with 5 minutes and 27 seconds for the first Broncos timeout.
You know, it's crazy to think. I just think the Trojans are getting super easy buckets here.
Yes, Alicia, it seems like they're scoring with minimal effort, but you know what? As long as it gets the job done.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We're back almost to live action. It will be a Lee Summit North ball coming out.
And it is important to mention it is senior night tonight, so there's a lot of motivation on the court to get the W.
Yes, it is senior night. And we have 2 seniors on the Trojans, Peyton Sosna, number 3, and Dexter Curry, who is currently not playing due to a broken finger, but we hope that he's back out on the court soon. 12 brings the ball up the court, kicks it to Franklin, who's looking for cutters, drives on Bradford, who just gets right past him for the bucket. Ashley will bring the ball up the court with nobody behind him. Slips on the court, looks for somebody, finds Sammy Hall, the sophomore, kicks it back to Ashley for 3. It is good. The Trojans with another 3. We're currently having some technical difficulties. The net is up and out of position. Davis will bring the ball up the court, Hall guarding him. look to set something up. He's going to just drive right past him and throw something up. Hall with the rebound, kicks it to Ashley, the guard, who's just going to do the same thing as opposition just did. Davis coming back down the court. He's going to turn around and stop, finds number 12, kicks it back out to Davis. The lefty hit a whole lot of backboard on that one.
That hurts to see.
The student section chanting air ball. Andy Ashley is wide open for three. He gives him a nice little celebration, leading to another Lee Summit North timeout. Alicia, the Trojans are off to a very quick start tonight.
I have to agree. I mean, taking 2 timeouts here in the first 4 minutes of the game, you got to know something's wrong for Lee Summit.
Yes, the Trojans are doing everything they needed to do early. They're getting out and scoring the way they wanted to. They're fighting on the boards and looking to score on the fast break with this fast-paced offense.
And if you really look out at the court tonight, you're going to see that the Trojans have a lot of height compared to Lee Summit, which is probably making this defense locking it up easier.
Which is not something that you typically see, since the Trojans are lacking a typical big man, since they have Hall, who is very dynamic and can play multiple positions as well as the 5. Nick Bryan is also now checked in for the Trojans, his first time in the game tonight. He'll guard the ball handler.
And if we thought the defense was good before, check out Nick Bryan, the all-on ball.
Yes, Nick Bryant, the powerful junior, will look to make an impact on this game. Also in the game now is Drew Townsend, number 22, another junior. The Trojans really have a lot of underclassmen trying to make an effort and help this team win some varsity games. Ashley will kick it to Hall. Hall trying to create some space.
And just look at that matchup.
Yep, big on little. He's driving past somebody for the finish, and he misses, rimmed out. Drew Townsend tipped it away on the fast break. Andy Ashley with the quick hands.
That's some effort.
The ball goes flying into the cheerleaders, but I think they're okay. Lee Summit North, my bad, will pass it in under their baseline, or on their own baseline, under their basket to number 11 with sleeves. Cole is his name. Kicks it to Davis, I believe. Sosna will be on the ball. Kicks it over the outstretched arm of Townsend. Is no good. Bryant with the rebound.
What was he thinking there?
I think he was just trying to get a shot up. Nick Bryant comes down, and there's going to be a foul called, ladies and gentlemen. Bryant will head to the line for his first free throw shots of the night. Nick, the star junior, really seems to be the heart of this team, even though he didn't start this game for some undisclosed reasons, but he looks to make an impact on the court. His first free throw is rimmed off. Christian Bradford will now check into the game for Peyton Sosna, the senior, as he gets a nice ovation coming off the court. He will look to come into the game later.
And doesn't make either of the free throws.
After some confusion by Lee Summit North, the ball is out of bounds. It'll be Trojan ball on their baseline under the basket as they will look to.
And mistakes like that are the reason they're down in this game.
Yeah, Lee Summit North has made some key mistakes that Park Hill has really made the most of their opportunities. Brian will look to isolate as he finds Hall under the basket. Oh, and he over the outstretched arm. Drew Townsend, nice rebound with the putback. Franklin will bring the ball up the court, looking to score on Bradford. He's kind of losing his footing, and they're going to call a foul on Christian Bradford. Christian Bradford, the junior, played really well the last time these two teams faced off. That game went in favor of Lee Summit North.
And Bradford was unhappy about that call.
Franklin will also miss the first of his 2 free throw attempts. Chris Marshall will now check into the game for the Trojans as Anthony Hall takes a seat. Franklin, look at the flick of the wrist, and he makes the free throw. Going 1 for 2 from the line. Ashley brings the ball up the court. He's trying to get something set up for this Trojan offense. Finds Bradford slashing on the wing, kicks it to Bryant, who's just looking to score over anybody. Chris Marshall with the jump shot. It is no good. Nice hustle by Drew Townsend. Marshall ends up with the ball again, kicks it to Bradford. Rebounded by Bradford with putback. There's a bucket for the Trojans.
And that's 3 opportunities for the Trojans on that one.
That's some nice offensive rebounding on that possession. Townsend will be on the ball. 11 for 3. There's a 3 to get Lee Summit North going. They are now within 11 points of the Trojans. Ashley will bring the ball up the court, kicks it to Brian on the wing. Bradford trying to get open. He finds Townsend, who's looking to get some space, and he just threw it to nobody that was over there. That's okay, Drew. You'll get him next time. It is now Lee Summit North ball. They will pass it in on the baseline, looking to score some more points to cut this deficit and try to get them going. Franklin will bring the ball up the court. Guarded by Nick Bryant. Sammy Hall will now be on the ball. Ryman accidentally. Drew Townsend will be guarding number 12. Kicks it to slashing Franklin, who just can't hold on to the ball. He is clearly frustrated with himself. Nick will pass the ball in. Hall will bring the ball up the court. Brian on the wing trying to contact, finish, and it goes in. What a nice finish by Nick Bryant. Franklin with the ball for the Broncos. Kicks it to 11. Kicks it to Davis on the wing, sporting some nice dreadlocks. 32 is Franklin, guarded by Nick Bryant.
And
Bradford
just
will be
for a
on the
scoreboard
ball.
update for you guys at home, it is 21-8 in favor of the Trojans.
Townsend with some nice defense on the ball. The Trojans are applying a lot of pressure on the defensive side of the ball, wouldn't you say, Alicia?
Oh, yeah, I definitely would.
As
But
Davis hits a 3, cutting the Park Hill lead to 10. They called that a 2, not a 3. Hall will bring the ball up the court for the Trojans. The sophomore looking to make an impact on the varsity squad. Townsend looking to get something going. Kicks it to Bradford on the wing, who swings it to Hall. Townsend cuts through the lane, but he is not found. Bryant faces up and then kicks it to Hall, who is trying to kill a little bit of clock. We got 15 seconds left here in the first quarter, folks. Kicks it to Brian on the wing, who's trying to make some moves. Oh, and look at that move by Nick Bryant and Christian Bradford with the offensive rebound. That is a 12-point lead for the Trojans at the end of the first quarter.
And we'll be back in a minute for the second quarter. We'll see you all then. Hello and welcome back to the second quarter of this Trojan basketball game. It's going to be 23-11 going into the second quarter in favor of the Trojans. Jake, what do you think's been the key to this game?
I think the Trojans have made the most of their opportunities, really attacking Lee Summit North in all aspects of the game.
Alrighty, looking into this game, we're going to see the Lee Summit Broncos trying to get something going here against this powerful Trojan defense. Passing it off, a lot of passing.
Oh, Bryant
and Nick
slips.
Bryant slips, and they're going on the fast break. Can Nick Bryant finish it? No, he cannot. Anthony Hall with the rebound. And he misses it, trying to get the and one opportunity. He'll go to the line.
Just rims out a nice look from Hall. He will look to score his 2 points at the line.
And you know what they say, Jake? Good defense equals good offense. And he'll make the first one.
Hall is now at 6 points for the game to go along with his early 3 and bucket made.
And 2. That'll be the first full free throw completion of the game.
The Trojans now up 25-11.
Hall is going to be pressing up here, keeping the defense going. The Broncos are passing the ball off, and it's tipped by number 4, Marshall. And we're going to see a sub in. 2 players coming in for the Broncos, 22 and 20.
Nice athletic play made by Chris Marshall for the Trojans.
And they're going to continue to try to get something going here against this really great defense. And these guys are quick, that's one thing.
Hall really denying that left side.
And fouls called on Hall. Once again, Hall is not happy about that call, but I don't know if basketball players ever are.
You know what, Anthony Hall is also the quarterback for the football team, so I'm sure that's not the first call he's been upset with.
And he'll miss the first one. Not a lot of free throws made this game.
Yes, you would think that these teams would be looking to key in on the most of their opportunities at the free throw line.
And he makes the second one. All right, Trojans will go down the floor quick, trying to get something set up here. Hall's making the play call. Passed off to Bradford, then to Bryant. He's going to try to drive in. Will he get it? He will. 32 tried to take the charge on that one, but it just wasn't working for him. Bradford's going to put on some defense. And Hall rejects him on that play. And that's just all. We'll see the Broncos retain the ball. And Hall will get called for the foul again. That's 2 fouls in about a minute here of clock.
That is 2 quick fouls by Hall. Coach Jones might look to take him out of the game real quick to make sure he doesn't pick up 3 before halftime.
Looks like it'll be the same foul on the same player. And like clockwork, he misses the first one once again. Jake, looks like you were right on that one.
Yeah.
Hall and Marshall come out for Townsend and Sosna. And he finishes the second one. Once again, Sammy Hall is going to take the ball down the court. Bradford comes up, catches the ball, and he's looking for something here. Bryant with a nice fake move, the jump shot, and it's in. 2 points for Bryant.
What a nice shot by Nick Bryant. He's really started getting going here in this second quarter.
And he'll take the 3, and it's not in. Samuel's going to take the ball down fast. Broncos are going to tip it out. Trojans ball. And Drew Townsend will be throwing the ball in. He's been a key in this game.
The Trojans will look to score off this baseline play.
We'll see the refs kind of talking to Nick Bryan on this one.
Kind of John with the other players from Lee Summit North.
He'll pass it out to Sammy Hall. Then to Nick Bryant, looking to see something going. Guys cutting down the middle, and a beautiful pass to Sammy Hall. Christian Bradford for the rebound and the putback. It's in.
You know, Alicia, the Trojans just look like they're having fun playing out here. Everyone's got a smile on their face. They're just playing good team basketball right now.
And for a quick scoreboard update, we'll see that the Trojans are leading 31-13 with 5 left in the second quarter. Up for a 3, and it's once again not in. Unfortunately, the Trojans are going to lose the ball on that rebound, and it'll be the Broncos' possession.
You know, Hall could not corral the ball, but it was still a great athletic play trying to save the ball from going out of bounds.
And, you know, sometimes the ball just hits the hoop weird, and it's hard to get it at that angle. We're going to see the Broncos trying to make something happen. They haven't scored in a while.
Ashley is just swarming
And
Franklin.
once again, we're going to see a foul was called, but it will not be a shooting foul. Looks like it'll be a blocking foul. And that will be on Ashley. First foul of the game for him. Once again, this man-to-man coverage is just a great option for the Trojans. And baseline violation on the play. It'll be Trojans ball. Ashley will bring up the ball this time. Hall has been subbed out. And what we're going to see, pass to Bryant. Go-to option for the Trojans. Pulls up for the jumper. And unfortunately, he misses that one.
The shot was a little short from Bryant. They look to corral the ball under the basket. Looks like it's going to be Trojans ball underneath the basket.
He just couldn't get the rebound on that one.
Bryant will look to pass it in for somebody. Nice pick from Sosna. And he was rolling off.
Misses that one.
It'll be Lee Summit North ball.
And these past few possessions have just resulted in turnovers. Once again, Franklin will take the ball up. Ashley's locking him up. Reaching in there, trying to get something. And Franklin drives down the middle, and he loses it. Ashley gets the tip. They're fighting for it. Sosna gets the rebound. Ashley's driving it up to Bradford. 3, and it's in.
You know, what a great play by Andy Ashley there, fighting for the ball and then kicking it up court and finding Bradford in the corner for the 3.
And Cole, 2 points for him. Bryant will drive it in, dish it out. It was tipped a little bit, but Townsend gets the ball. And there's going to be a fight and the foul. I believe that one's going to be on Cole. And that'll be his first foul of the game. And we're going to see Shamari will throw the ball in.
A quick scoreboard update, folks. It is 34-15. The Trojans currently hold a 19-point lead over the Lee Summit North Broncos.
Bradford dishes to Townsend, puts it up for 3, and he misses. Unfortunately, Trojans cannot get the rebound on that one, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Broncos.
You know, the Broncos will look to try to get anything going right now for this offense. The Trojan defense is really just swarming him, and they can't really do anything.
This has been a crazy run for the Trojans. Cole will pull up for 3 once again, and he will make it. Wow.
You know, it's really all about who shows up to play for the games. Park Hill played at Lee Summit North last week and lost, but it seems to be a completely different story tonight, Alicia.
And Jake, you have to wonder if that's a little bit of revenge mentality.
Yeah, a little motivation for revenge and some senior night motivation to get these seniors their last win at home on senior night.
And Christian Bradford will throw the ball in on this one. And he dishes it to Drew Townsend. Passing to Shamari Sharif. Over to Bradford. Great ball movement on this one.
Oh, he just missed Townsend cutting backdoor.
And he throws it into Sosna. He'll post up, turn around, and he misses. Cole will get the rebound on that one, and Franklin will bring it up. Not seeing a lot of fast break movement for the Broncos. Ashley with the steal. It's up. Nice lay-in. 2 points for Ashley.
You know, the Trojans just seem to live on the fast break, but right now that's a good place to live.
And trying to make something happen here for the Broncos offense. Franklin will pull up.
That's a deep 3.
And once again, the decision-making on that one, his coach might be thinking, what was he thinking? It's tipped on this one. Dish to Bradford, up for 3. He misses. Franklin with the rebound is going to try to get a fast break going on this one.
Cole cutting to the basket.
Andy misses. Little confusion on that one. And Andy Ashley driving in. Pass to Sosna. That was beautiful. Unfortunately, he can't convert. Christian Bradford with the rebound. He's the only one trying. He's the only one who wanted it on that play.
Yes, Christian Bradford has been very active on the offensive glass tonight.
In 4, pulls up. Swish. Perfect 3. We're winding down to about 1:40 in the quarter here. Scoreboard, we're looking at about 38-21 Trojans. And Cole's out of bounds on that one. It's going to be Trojans ball. We're going to see Nick Bryant coming in and Sammy Hall. Drew Townsend will come out, as well as Andy Ashley.
Sammy Hall will pass the ball in for the Trojans. He's looking to get something going. He just throws it to Bryant.
And that's a go-to for the Trojans for sure. Nick Bryant brings it in.
That foul's going to be on the floor. The Trojans will have the ball on the baseline, right where they just were.
And that'll be the first foul for Moore, even though he's had a couple chances at the free throw line here. Bryant looking to pass it in. Easy pass to Bradford. Wide open on that one. All right.
Quick bump from Sosna. Jacob Schreck will now check into the game for the Trojans.
And that's going to be a no-brainer for the refs on that one. Can't be that blatant.
Although the foul was on Sosna, it sent Sharif straight to the bench.
The Broncos looking to make something happen here. Quick drive down the middle for Cole. Dishes it. Trying to get some post action. Another pass. Beautiful. 2 points for number 12. Nick Bryant trying to get something happen. It's tipped. Bradford picks it back up for the beautiful rebound. 2 points in. And Bradford just got his heart in this one. Nobody wants to challenge him for any of the rebounds.
No, they don't. He was just in the right place at the right time, Alicia.
Quick drive down the middle. And 2 points for the Broncos.
That was nice. Nice finish right there by Davis.
Unsure on that particular whistle. Sammy Hall is dribbling the ball up, trying to waste some clock with 30 seconds here left in the quarter. Trojans lead 42-25.
You know, Hall will just try to kill some time before we head into halftime. The Trojans have a nice lead. Now
Bryant's
going to
take the turn, wasting some time. Drives in, finishes. Unfortunately, he does leave 5 seconds left for the Broncos if they want to try to make something happening here. 2 seconds, Cole puts it up, and it's an air ball. Thank you for watching the first half, Trojans. We'll see you in a few minutes for the third quarter. Hello and welcome back to an exciting half of Trojan basketball. I'm Alicia Stout.
And I'm Jake Walter.
Jake, what do you think about the game?
I think the Trojans have been playing great team basketball. They have really got off to a fast start and continued that fast start and are still on top of the Broncos.
And for those of you watching at home, it's going to be 44-25 Trojans. Sammy Hall dishing it to the other Hall. Anthony can't connect. Broncos have a lot of energy in this one. Cole puts up for three. Swish, he makes it. And you got to wonder what the Broncos head coach is talking to them about in the locker room. Ashley's going to dribble it, trying to make something happen, trying to get this play together. And Sazana passes it to Sammy Hall. Back to Ashley. They're just trying to start a play here.
The Trojan offense really looking to get going here and start off this second half fast.
Sammy Hall dishes it to Bradford. Bradford's going to dish it to. And nothing's really happening here. Sazana puts it up for two. A lot of dribbling up around the three there.
What a nice finish from Sazana on his senior night here for the Trojans.
And Peyton Anderson's going to take control of the ball. A lot of ball movement here for the Broncos. And Franklin driving it in, trying to make something happen. Turnaround, and he can't connect. Sammy Hall starting the fast break. Bounce to Bradford. Couldn't get control of that one, and he misses. Broncos trying to respond with a fast break of their own. And Davis just can't connect on that one. Oh, behind the back.
That was a pretty move by Ashley.
Bradford diving for the ball, throws it back to Hall. It'll be a backcourt violation. Good effort from Bradford on that one, though.
It'll be Lee Summit North ball from midcourt.
And Franklin is going to try to drive in here. Pass it off to Davis. Deep three. Almost in, but can't quite get it. And stolen by Cole. And the pressure. Going to be a foul on that one. And that'll be the second foul for Andy Ashley. Cole's hit a couple threes tonight, so I think it'd be reasonable to assume he's going to hit these free throws.
Yes, Cole has been one of the main offense for this Lee Summit North team. He has been shooting the lights out.
And he makes the first one. And that'll put the Broncos up to 30 on the night, 46-30, Trojans leading. Ashley's going to dribble the ball up, passing it off to Bradford. Once again, we're going to see a lot of ball movement. Trojans are probably going to try to burn off a little more clock than they've been doing so. They're up by 15. And Salsa's going to pull up for the jumper, and he misses. We're going to see Anderson with the rebound, and Franklin's bringing it back up the court. Franklin driving in, pass off to Cole, then to Anderson. Once again, a lot of ball movement for the Broncos. And they keep cutting in. Hall's playing some good defense. Ooh, beautiful bounce pass to Davis, but he just can't make it. And Anthony Hall can't make the layup on that one. Davis going to drive up the court real quick on this one, trying to get something, and he just can't. Might have been trying to get the foul on that one.
You know, this game's been a lot of back and forth right now. I wonder how fatigue's going to start to set in here for these players.
Exactly what I was thinking. And wow, great play by Sazana on that one. Just pulls it right out of hands and up for the two. Smart. And the drive in. And unfortunately, Kellen Schultz just can't connect. Ooh. And we're going to see that one was tipped out by the Trojans on that one, just barely. Christian Bradford and Colby Franklin trying to both get their hands on that ball.
Bryant will check back in for the Trojans and will look to pass the ball in as they look to get something going on this side of the ball.
Passing it up to Anthony Hall, the 6'3" guard. Sammy Hall's going to drive in, and unfortunately, a foul's going to be called on Hall once again. I believe that's 4 for Anthony. Correction, that's his 3rd foul of the night. Franklin's going to bring it up slower on this one, and we're going to probably see more of the same, just a lot of ball movement around the key.
You know, Franklin really seems to be Lee Summit North's main ball handler. He seems to really be the one going at the Trojan defenders.
Oh, and Anderson just loses control. Sammy Hall going up behind the back, and behind the back pass to Christian Bradford. That was just fantastic. Quick pass down to Anderson. Travel.
That's a tough break for the Broncos.
And that's got to hurt your momentum, Jake.
That does. That's a real killer for the Broncos. After the Trojans had a nice, pretty play, the Broncos just kind of threw it down the court and nobody was there.
And that's going to be 50-30. Trojans leading with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We're seeing a 20-point deficit, the biggest of the night so far. And you just got to wonder, can the Broncos come back? Rebound by number 20, Jaden McGee. Franklin's got the ball in his hands, looking for something. Cole's going to drive in, and it's stripped by Sammy Hall. Drew Townsend's going to bring it up the court, looking for something, and he's absolutely blocked by Franklin. So, Jake, give me your consensus. What do you think? Can the Broncos come back tonight?
You know, I think the Broncos can't come back. They're just not playing up to the level of the Trojans right now. The Trojans are just outworking them on every aspect of the court.
And the Trojans beat the Broncos just last weekend, so you have to wonder why this game is so different.
You know, I think the Trojans came in this game with some revenge on their mind as well as some momentum being senior night tonight.
And playing at home is just a whole nother feeling, for sure.
It is, playing in front of this great student section the Trojans have.
We're going to see some ball movement at the top of the key. More dishes to number 10, Peyton Anderson, and he just can't get it. Ashley going up, and it's tipped by Bryant. Can't get it in. He will get the rebound, though. Townsend will try to post up. Quick chipper, once again, not in. 3 opportunities for the Trojans on that one. Where are the rebounds, Broncos?
You know, Alicia, one thing about this Trojan team is they are very athletic. All of these guys are prepared to get out and run in transition and make those extra hustle plays in order to get the job done.
I think that play by Nick Bryant right there just kind of proved what you were saying. Morale for the Broncos is down on this one. McGee just kind of tosses it up, and it's in. He was trying to get the foul on that one. All right. Ashley's going to take the ball up a little slower. And he goes in for the quick drive. Gets the foul and 1 on the play. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a nice contact finish from Ashley.
And it seems like every time the Broncos try to get started, they're just met again with a great play by the Trojans.
Yep, the Trojans' energy is just too high right now for the Broncos to even try to match.
And Marshall will come in for Bradford. And Bradford's just been playing great this game. Ashley misses the free throw, the 3rd point opportunity on that one. Davis is going to bring the ball up. And it looks like it was tipped by Ashley on that one. The Broncos will retain the ball. Some confusion here on the Trojans. I don't think they realized that one was tipped.
Seems like everybody knew the ball was going to the Broncos except for the Trojans.
Except for maybe Drew Townsend. Davis is going to bring the ball up. And Peyton Anderson. Quick contact by Nick Bryant. Appears to be a blocking foul. And that'll be his 2nd foul on the night. Once again, quick scoreboard update. We're going to see the Trojans up 54-32 with 1 minute and 30 left in the third quarter. Peyton Anderson trying to make something happen. He drives in, dishes it to McGee, up, and he can't get it.
Great offensive rebound there by the Broncos.
Davis also misses there. That'll be 3 rebounds for the Broncos. And up by McGee. Beautiful move up and under there. Nick Bryant's going to slow down the ball a little bit. We don't want to get too much momentum for the Broncos. It's probably what's in his mind. Nick driving it in, gets the contact. Ooh, that is a rough fall, and he'll be okay on that one. He'll go to the line for 2.
I think Nick's life might have just flashed before his eyes on that play, but it's okay because he's up to shoot these 2 free throws.
Yeah, you have to wonder about that. Nick will put it up. He'll make the first one. Easy bucket for him. And Jake, I think you're right. These guys are appearing to be a little bit fatigued.
Yep, I think as this game's gone down, it's been a lot of running back and forth.
And he'll make the second one. 2 for 2 on that specific free throw. Nick Bryant will come out. Christian Bradford will go in. You know, I think Nick Bryant probably should come out after that fall.
Yeah, I think they're just going to take him out for cautionary purposes, you know, make sure he's all right and not shaking up too much after that play.
And Bradford playing some nice on ball on the drive here. Quick dish to Anderson. It's up, and it's in for the jumper.
That was a nice play right there. Quick move to get the open shot.
And Sharif is going to take care of the ball on this possession. Drew Townsend tries to go in. Nice defense by number 22, Moore. Sharif once again with the spin move. Dish to Drew Townsend.
They're just all over him.
Foul called on number 20, McGee. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And the clock's winding down here. Shrek trying to make something happen. 10 seconds on the clock. They got to make something happen. Sharif driving in, and he puts it up. Can't make it, and the scoreboard will run out. Thank you, Trojans, for watching the third quarter of basketball. We'll see you for the last bit in a few minutes. Hello, Trojans, and welcome back to the last quarter of basketball.
You know what? This is the last chance for the Leeseman Broncos to make a comeback. They're currently down 20 points. Oh, he's just throwing that ball to nowhere.
A lot of effort on that play, though, for sure, by Davis.
It will be Bronco basketball. Trying to score and lessen this deficit of 20 points.
And, Jake, I just think the Broncos got to come out and play completely different than they have this entire game if they want to come back.
Yes, they do, Alicia, and I quite frankly don't foresee it happening. They're just playing pretty sloppy right now, and the Trojans are just swarming them on defense. They're making the most of their defensive and their offensive opportunities.
I'd have to agree with that one. The head coach on the Broncos sideline doesn't look too happy.
Broncos will pass it in for a quick score by Franklin. which
Not a
leads
lot of
to
effort on that play.
which led to a quick timeout by Coach Chad Jones. He is not happy right now. He is not happy with Chris Marshall after giving up that easy score on that inbounds play.
He's just wide open on that one. And once again, we're looking at the scoreboard here right now. We're going to see that the Trojans are up 56-38. The Broncos are going to have a soaring comeback if they want to come out of this one with a W.
You know what? The Trojans are boasting an 18-point lead, but there's always room for improvement.
For sure. And, you know, what we've seen in this game is a lot of back and forth. You're going to need to have that endurance to get this one.
Sharif will bring the ball up for the Trojans, looking to get something going on this offensive side of the ball. He kicked it to Shrek on the wing, looking for a slashing Bradford. Can't really find him. He's trying to dribble around Kellen. Sharif will retain the ball at the top of the key, trying to make a move on Davis. He's not. Kicks it to Sosno, ends up in the arms of Shrek. Trying to do something with two guys on him. Kicks it to Sosna on that little pick and roll. Sosna, three rims out. That would have been huge. It's off the hands of Peyton Anderson.
And Peyton Anderson wasn't too happy about that mistake. And that's what it's been tonight. A lot of mistakes for the Broncos.
Yes, and the Trojans have just capitalized on all of the Broncos' mistakes. Marshall will pass the ball in for the Trojans. Looking for Ashley, who's trying to hit Sosna in the paint. Bradford is wide open in the corner, but he does not seem to see him. Kicks it to Shrek at the top of the key, swings it to Bradford on the wing. Pump fake, gets Anderson jumping, quick drive, and they're going to call it a block. That will be an and one for Christian Bradford. He will head to the line to try to get his free throw.
Seems like he was trying to take the charge there, and that was just a silly move on his part.
Bradford at the line. He'll look to keying on in this free throw. And it just rims out. Nice rebound by Franklin.
This is the third-point opportunity.
Seems to have been that Bradford and Franklin has been the matchup all night long. Bradford really goes at Franklin, and Franklin really goes at Bradford. Quite frankly, I think that might be the matchup of the night. Franklin will be at the line again to shoot free throws after missing his previous attempts. And that one just rims out.
And Jake, this might be a silly question, but do you think you have to make free throws to win basketball games?
I do, Alicia. When you're down 20 points, I think if you add up all the free throws Lee Summit North has missed, I feel like that gap would be way less. Ashley just comes right at Davis. He's going to be called for a travel.
In these last three possessions here, there's been a whistle on some part of the play, whether it be a foul or a travel.
You know, the Trojans, even though they're up by 19 points, they're playing kind of sloppy right now. I know Coach Jones really wants them to fix their mistakes and just keep trying to get better as a team. Franklin will have the ball in the wing, driving on Bradford, trying to get some space. Can't get it, but he almost gets his own rebound. The ball is off Shrek. It'll be Lee Summit North ball under the basket on the baseline. They'll try to get the ball in and score.
And the Trojans do have a sizable lead, 58-39, with 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. But hey, just because it's a big lead doesn't mean that you can't keep trying on this one.
Yes, you can always blow a lead early. Nick Bryant will come into the game for Jacob Shrek. As the student section is chanting, "We want Dexter." Franklin versus Bradford, the matchup of the night. That three is just not going. A nice rebound by Anderson, who kicks it out for three, and it is good. The lefty with the three.
And that was just a perfect three for Nick Bryant.
Ashley's just running past everybody. That kid is quick.
I think Ashley should join track in the offseason.
Yes, I feel like Ashley is definitely the quickest person on this court right now. Hall will look to pass the ball in. He hits Nick Bryant with a quick pump fake, spot-up jump shot, and it rims out. Hall is there for the rebound, but he cannot corral it. Ashley will pick up on the ball. Davis bringing the ball up the court, kicks it to Anderson on the wing. looking for some cutters, drives down the middle of the paint on Sosna. They're going to hit him with a blocking foul right now. The senior, Peyton Sosna.
And you know, Jake, even though Nick Bryant missed that shot on the last play, every time you see him pull up, his jumper is just beautiful.
Yes, Nick Bryant has a very smooth jumper. With that foul on Sosna, the Trojans, or the Broncos, my bad, are now in the bonus, which is the reason why Anderson is taking this free throw. Anderson connects on both of his free throws. Ashley seems to be taking part in another track meet. He'll slow down this time coming up the court.
Oh.
They're going to call a block.
And Ashley was almost stepped on there. And it looks like the Trojans are still up 14. The Broncos are steadily closing the gap.
Yes, slowly but surely the Broncos are making their way back into this ball game. Bryant will just have to lob it up to Hall to get the ball in bounds. He's looking to make a move. A quick, nice, that was very pretty. Quick layup by Anthony Hall.
And Anthony Hall's just a tough matchup. He's so tall.
He is very versatile and lengthy. Oh, and there's bodies flying everywhere. Look who ends up with the ball. It's Anthony Hall.
And Cole was forced to foul on that one.
Hall will head to the line for some 2 free throws. After a strange interaction at half court, bodies were flying everywhere, and Hall just ended up with the ball.
And that play was really courtesy to Ashley for getting the tip there.
Yes, Ashley's gotten all the hustle points tonight for the Trojans.
Great on-ball defender for sure.
Hall knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Ashley will take a breather.
Well deserved.
Coming into the game is Anthony Hall's brother, Sammy Hall. Hall connects on his second free throw, going 2 for 2. Davis will drive on Hall with a quick finish. That ball just went right into the basket. Sammy's going to throw the ball in as Coach Jones yells for a timeout.
Jones is getting frustrated for sure.
Yeah, he does not seem to be very happy with the team right now. Although they do hold a 16-point lead, he is just trying to perfect his team right now and make sure they don't make any silly mistakes.
And you know, Jake, I think the greatest lead the Trojans have had on the night is somewhere around 24 points. So seeing them now lower, Jones knows that something's going wrong.
Yes, even though they are still winning, he is not pleased with this team.
And that might be the reason for the Trojan success. Coach Jones just strives for perfection.
Yes, Jones always just tries to make his team better, and I do not blame him for doing that, as any good coach would do. Townsend will pass the ball in for the Trojans, and Hall will bring the ball up the court with his Kyrie's on. Hits Bryant and slash into the paint. What another great finish by Nick Bryant.
I will say Hall did start this game, but it's going to see that Ashley got more minutes at the point guard position.
Davis on the wing will make Hall jump as he drives to the lane. Just a little short, little throw up. Anthony Hall, the quarterback, throws the ball down the court, finds Bradford, who's just going to get all caught up. He's going to be called for a travel. May or may not have been a foul call there, but
and that was almost a little frightening the way Bradford went down on that one.
Yes, his knee kind of buckled, and that could have been ugly. But he is up and A-OK. Davis will bring the ball up for the Broncos. Townsend will be guarding the ball. Swung to Davis over the outstretched arm of Hall. He cannot get it to go, and he just runs right into his own teammate.
Easy one, Franklin.
Franklin is found under the basket, though, for a quick score by Lee Summit North. Hall looks to be shaken up on the play. Something is wrong with him. He looks to have his hand or a groin hurting. Nick Bryant will take the reins of this offense.
Quick scoreboard update. We're going to see the Trojans are leading 64-48 with about 3:40 left in the game.
No, the Trojans are just trying to run the clock out. Franklin with the steal on Bryant with a nice contact finish over the outstretched arm of Bryant. Townsend to Hall will bring the ball up the court. He never got his little break after kind of shaking up from that last play.
14-point deficit here. I'm not ready to call the game yet, though.
I'm not. You know, anything can happen, Alicia.
That's for sure.
What is the call? There you go. There's Hall's injury timeout. He finally got it. He will take a seat as Ashley will come in for him.
Ashley had a quick rest there after running back and forth down the court this game.
Ashley will bring the ball up the court, trying to make a move on Davis. Looking for somebody open. The Broncos look to be in a zone right now as number 10's just kind of standing in the, number 11, my bad, just kind of standing in the bottom of the paint. Bryant will try to make a move, kicks it to Bradford.
The Broncos got to do something if they want to.
They've got Townsend up on top kind of as a decoy. Nick Bryant will corral the ball. The ball will be to Ashley as he tries to make a move. Daring the defender to come up on him. Ashley makes a quick move down the baseline as he steps out of bounds. It will be Bronco basketball. Ashley really didn't know what happened right there, but it seems like he just stepped out of bounds. You know, Franklin will bring the ball up the court for the Broncos. With any last-second hope, it needs to happen right now. Bradford with some on-ball defense. Oh, and he's going to be called for traveling. That's a...
And Trojans, we're taking a look at the scoreboard here. We're going to see there's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this ball game. Trojans up 64-50. Now, you're not going to want to close the broadcast quite yet. We're going to have a after the game report by Easton John, hopefully with an interview with Coach Jones.
Sharif has got the ball. He's trying to find Nick Bryant, who kicks it to Bradford. Somebody's got to be open. Townsend's open in the middle of the paint, but they are not looking for him at all. Hall's got the ball. Ryman accidentally. Bradford kicks it to Bryant, who's wide open with a nice, and it does not go in. Townsend's fighting for the rebound. Great hustle play. Franklin's driving up the court, looking to make a move. Kicks it to the corner, to the lefty for three, and one. He's going to be called for the foul. Drew Townsend is just shaking on this play. What a nice play by the lefty sharpshooter to get the and one. That will be the 8th team foul on the Trojans, keeping them in the bonus. Since the basket is good, this is a 2B 4-point play, which is good. What a nice play right there by the Broncos. Bryant will throw the ball into Sharif. He throws it right back to him. They're just trying to break the press at this point and run this clock out. They're going to call that a charge on Sharif. This could get ugly, folks. It's getting kind of tense here at the end. Here comes in Ashley for Townsend. Looks like we're going to have a Trojans timeout right now, as the lead is now 10 points for the Trojans by a score of 64-54.
And this has just been a great game tonight, Jake. I think that the key to this game has just been stellar Trojan defense, and there's been a lot of fast breaks for the Trojans, not so much for the Broncos.
Yes, I feel like the Trojans have really capitalized on all of their opportunities on the offense and the defensive side of the ball. I feel like they've really been running up and down the court as a great, and it was great. Now we get a look at the just kidding, it's the scoreboard. We got the cheerleaders on midcourt, but you can't see them right now. But the score is, like I said earlier, 64-54. We're trying to get a look on the cheerleaders, but I don't think our camera crew is quite cooperating right now. That is okay, folks. We are still in the middle of a full timeout. Jones looks like he's just trying to get his message across to the boys.
And once again, viewers, I urge you not to turn away quite yet. This probably is ball game with a 10-point deficit by the Trojans. However, you're going to want to stick around for Easton John's beautiful after the game show.
Franklin will bring the ball up the court with Bryant guarding him. He'll swing it to the wing. Davis will drive on Ashley. There's another foul. That'll be a 1-and-1, as that is the 10th team foul on the Trojans, putting the Broncos in the double bonus. There's a minute 25 left to play, as Sosna checks in for Townsend. Davis will be at the line for the Broncos to shoot 2. You know, Davis, 5'9", a senior. He's really looking to make the most of his opportunities right now. Even though he misses the first free throw, we'll look to see what he can do on the second one. Davis connects on the second free throw, going 1 for 2 at the line. Bryant will look to pass the ball in against this Lee Summit North press. As the lead is now under 10, they're going to call a foul on Andy Ashley, which will send Davis back to the line for 2. That will be the 4th foul on Ashley. It'll be interesting to see what Jones does about Ashley.
I will say, Jake, if Ashley does have to come out, looking up here from our spot, it does look like Sammy Hall's hand is fine if he's going to have to put him back in. Quick look at the scoreboard here. We're going to see a 64-56 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the quarter. Correction, 64-57. 7-point deficit. Will the Broncos be able to come back within a minute? Pressing hard.
Now Bradford's going to have the ball. He's going to be fouled by Hayden Cole. His 3rd foul. Bradford will be heading to the line, trying to make some key free throws that could put this game out of reach. Bradford, on his 2nd trip to the line tonight, looks to make the most of his opportunities. First free throw is in and out like a toilet bowl. Nice rebound. Franklin brings the ball up the court, kicks it to Cole on the wing, trying to make a move on Hall. What a play from Anthony Hall. Franklin ends up with the ball somehow. Lee Summit North will try to get something going. Davis makes a quick move on Ashley. It will be Broncos ball under the basket. 51 seconds left in this ball game. A 7-point lead for the Trojans. This will be a Lee Summit North timeout.
I mean, wow. We're going to see, once again, there's a 7-point deficit between the Trojans and the Broncos. Jake, I didn't think that they would be able to come back like this. What do you think? 50 seconds, is it enough time for the Broncos?
You know, I think the Trojans are going to be able to pull out this one, Alicia. I feel like their errors at the end have been pretty costly, but that 20-point lead they once had has been able to keep them ahead right now at the end of this game. I feel like the Trojans are just trying to learn from these opportunities they're given right now. Lee Summit North, they're also still trying to come back.
Now, the thing about Lee Summit is if they had just been playing in these last 5 minutes like they had the whole game, then maybe it'd be a Broncos win. But unfortunately, their heart hasn't come back to them till the very end, when it's probably too late.
Yes, I think it might be too little too late, and the clock might be about to strike midnight for the Lee Summit North Broncos. They will inbounds the ball, trying to score and cut this lead to 2 possessions. Cole will pass the ball in for the Broncos, looking to find Davis. Somebody's going to be open. Davis cuts to the basket, trying to draw a foul on Ashley. They call him for a travel instead of a foul on Ashley. That could have been bad, as that would have been Ashley's 5th foul, but it was a travel on Davis instead. Bryant will inbound the ball for the Trojans, trying to beat this Lee Summit North press. This might go down to a free throw game, folks. Davis with a quick first step. Bryant finds Ashley, kicks it to Anthony Hall, back to Nick Bryant, kicks it back out to Ashley, who is just looking to run away and run the clock out. The ball is kicked to Anthony Hall, who is fouled by Davis. Hall will now head to the line for a quick 1-and-1, as that is 18 fouls on the Broncos. You know, Anthony Hall's had quite the night for him. He got off to a hot start, hitting that 3 and scoring that basket in the first quarter, my bad. He has just been automatic at the free throw line, though. He makes the first after he went 2 for 2 on his last trip to the line. Anthony Hall seems to be focused in right now, showing off that Mamba mentality. Hall makes another free throw. That'll give the Trojans a 9-point advantage over the Broncos. Franklin will bring the ball on the court, trying to get a quick score. There's going to be no foul call, but it will be Broncos basketball. It is a score of 66-57 with 22 seconds left. The Trojans lead. Cole will pass the ball in for the Broncos, trying to find Franklin or the sharpshooter in the corner, number 11. That just rims right out. Bradford with the rebound. Ashley wanted to be off to the races. He will head to the line to try to extend this Park Hill lead to 10 points.
With 15 seconds left in the game, the Trojans are going to lead 66-57. I think it's just too late for the Broncos, and at this point, it's kind of just delaying the inevitable. Ashley's going to make the free throw. That'll bring him up to a 10-point cushion. And Ashley with 4 fouls in the game. And he misses the second one. 15 seconds. We're going to see Franklin drive the ball up, going in. Can he get it? No, he can't. Bradford with the rebound. Are the Broncos even going to foul him at this point? The answer is no. Nick Bryan will dribble it out. Last 3 seconds of the game. Trojans win. Jake, you got to tell me, if you had to pick, who do you think played the best tonight?
I think Nick Bryant was really the game changer tonight. The Trojans did come out on top with a win, 67-57. We will send it down to Easton John here in a moment with Coach Chad Jones from Park Hill. Easton John will be talking to Coach Chad Jones right now.
Looks like Easton will secure the interview. Let's send it to him.
Get a home win, especially on senior night. We got 2 seniors, and we're really happy for those guys to be able to get a win for them. Conference win's good, whether it's on the road or at home. We'll take them any way we can get them this year.
What did you guys do differently to beat Lee Summit North this time?
Played a little bit of defense in the first half. Shot the ball extremely well, and then the second half we were a little sloppy, but we had built up a big enough lead that we were able to hang on.
Big win, of course, tonight, Coach, but you got Ray Peck next game. What do you guys do against them to beat them?
We're going to have to rebound the basketball. They're huge. We're going to have to box out, clean the glass, and then we're going to have to guard people off on the defensive end.
And last question, what's on tomorrow's practice agenda?
We just got to be mentally tough. We panic sometimes when we can't do that late in the game and expect to win close ones.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
what a great win tonight for the Trojans. Jake, Alicia, take us home.
Well said, Easton, and great job for the Trojans. Thanks for watching. I'm Alicia Stout.
And I'm Jake Walter. We will see you guys live again next Tuesday when the Trojans take on Blue Springs. Have a great night.